Today I'm going to show you how to make this miniature Eeyore Tsum Tsum using polymer clay. Now the first thing you'll need for this Eeyore Tsum Tsum is a piece of gray or silver clay. I'm using silver, and I just shaped it into a log, and then I flattened it on top and shaped the front of it so that it has this same little oval shape. I'm going to attach the feet first, so I have 4 little pieces of silver rolled into balls, and all I do is roll them into a log, turn him upside down, and then press it underneath like this. And I do that with each of these until he has 4 little legs attached on the bottom of him. Now that I've attached all 4 legs, what I'll do is I'll pick a side of him to be the front, and so I think I'll pick this one here. And what I'll do is I'll take my knife and I'm going to mark a line where his head would be. So all I'm going to do is score his head. I'm going to mark a line all the way around the edge like this, and that just gives me an idea of where his ears are going to go. I go all the way down like this. So when I'm finished, it looks like this. Now I'm going to work on his ears. So for his ears, I'll need 2 silver balls, a little bit bigger, and what I'm going to do is roll this out and then flatten it until it's round like this. The next thing I need is a piece of pink, and I have this little pink round ball, and it's the same size as the piece for his ear. And I'll take that piece and also flatten it with my finger. I use wax paper on top just so that nothing sticks to it. And then I put the pink right on top of the silver part like this, because inside his ears are pink. So once you have your pink flattened on your gray, you can get ready to make your ear. So what you do is you take your knife, put it in the middle, like this, and just squeeze over the edge to give your ear that little fold that Eeyore has. When you're finished, you have something that looks like this. Now the next thing you do is take a piece of jewelry wire, like this, and just put it right where his ear is going to go, in the side of his head, like that. And then take the ear that you made and just put it on top of the wire. Slide it on top of the wire. And then turn it the direction you want it to be. If you want it looking, there you go, he has one ear. Now that I have both Eeyore's ears on, I'll be working on his tail. So for his tail, I have a piece of gray rolled out into a log, and all I'll do is I'll flatten this, since his tail is flat, and then I'll take my knife and I'll just cut 3 little slits in the end, and that's supposed to look like the little hairs at the end of his tail. And those are actually brown, but I'll paint them when I'm finished. So it looks like this. The next thing I'll do will be to make the little pink bow that he has at the end of his tail. So I have a piece of pink for that, and I'll roll it out, and then I'll just cut 2 triangles, one out of the bottom of it and one out of the top, to give it that little bow shape. So cut a triangle out of here and a triangle out of the top. We're nearly finished with the Eeyore Tsum Tsum. There we go. So now that I've finished making Eeyore's bow, I'll just attach it to the end of his tail, right above where I cut the 3 little slits, and I'll just press it down so that it looks like this. There we go. Now what I'll use to attach his tail to the back of him is actually another piece of jewelry wire, and that's just so his tail doesn't fall off as it does in the show. It's always falling off. And I'll put it right in the back of him, the middle, like that, and I'll just take my little tail and press it right on top. There we go. The last thing we need is a little piece of black, and that's just so that it looks like the little pin that he has holding his tail on. So I have a piece of black here, and I'll just press it on top. There we go. So now that Eeyore is baked and cooled, I need to paint the bottom half of his mouth white. So to do that, what I did was I covered the top part of his face with some tape so that I wouldn't get white on there, since I don't have a very steady hand, and then I also covered his feet at the bottom with the tape. I just dip my white in my paint, and I'm using glossy white paint, And then what I'll do is just paint this in. And then when I move the tape, you'll have a nice white bottom of the face. So now that the paint has dried, I drew in Eeyore's face, and I just used a black Sharpie and I looked online to see what his face looks like. The next thing I need to do is actually add his mane, and to do that I'll be using 3D black paint. And what I'll do is I'll just squeeze a line of paint, and I want it to be kind of thick, and I'll go back and forth until it looks like his mane on top of him like this. And there you go, you have his mane. Eeyore is finished and ready to join his friends. Now that Eeyore is finished, I want to show you what's inside my Tsum Tsum happiness box. This will be the character I'll be making in my upcoming video. Let's see who it is. It's Piglet! And I can't wait to show you how to make Piglet. Please subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you for watching.